Hello, everybody. It is 5:35 on this Thursday evening, August 7th, and we have a lot to talk about. An Orange Beach police chase ends in a deadly crash. Mobile breaking ground on a fire station, and a Santa Rosa K9 retires. It's time to get started with News 5 now. Hello, everyone. I'm Roseanne Haven with WKRG News 5, bringing you News 5 now. Let's go ahead and get started with the big stories. We have 5 big stories to talk to you about. Number 5, how about a 16-foot shark? And this shark was on a 16-and-a-half-foot boat. What? 2 friends decided to take a quick fishing trip off the coast of Connecticut. Boy, they did not expect to reel in a thresher shark. They estimate the 16-foot shark weighed around 700 pounds. This is huge. That would actually break the record for the largest shark caught off the coast of Connecticut. Wow, on that small boat, too. Ooh. Number 4, a Santa Rosa County K9 getting some much-deserved rest and relaxation after retiring this week. What a pretty dog. K9 Jetta was on the force for nearly 8 years, helping find illegal drugs and protecting students. Jetta's handler, Deputy Marshall Holbrook, will return to service as a full-time school resource officer. I love that sweet face and those pretty brown eyes. Number 3, Foley leaders are teaming up with Riviera Utilities to fix up a downtown parking lot, all thanks to grant money from the utility company. Crews will be able to resurface the parking lot next to the Holmes Medical Museum. That's near the intersection of Highway 59 and Highway 98. I see it every time I go through. Other improvements include drainage upgrades as well as trees, flower beds, and shrubs along busy Highway 59. Now, moving on to number 2. Work is underway on a new fire station in Mobile. They're turning that red dirt there. Mayor Sandy Stimson and the interim fire chief are on hand to kick off the project today. Station 19 will replace the aging McCosker station on Azalea Road near Government Boulevard. It's been around for nearly 70 years. The new building, just feet from the old one, will house a dedicated hazmat unit. Now, moving on to number 1, and this is about a pursuit that ended violently and tragically in Gulf Shores. Police say they tried to make a traffic stop for reckless endangerment and a suspected DUI. This happened early this morning. Well, the driver didn't stop, taking them on a high-speed chase, reaching more than 100 miles an hour. They stopped chasing the driver on West Beach Boulevard. Then they found the car shortly after that, about 2 miles away. It crashed into this concrete barrier you see in front of the Laguna Key Guard Shack. Imagine the impact, how great that had to be. The driver has not been identified. The driver, unfortunately, died in this horrible crash. And that is a look at our big stories at this hour. Now it is time for us to talk about the question of the day and share your answers. Okay. If you could switch bodies, if you could switch lives, bodies with anyone, who would it be? I can't imagine. Who would it be? Okay, let's see. I'm going to get some of your comments here. Okay, I think that is for the wrong question. Boom, boom, boom. Let's move on to this question instead. Okay. President Trump recently mispronounced Tua Tagovailoa. Now, I'm not going to say it right. His name, we all know who he is. We wanted to know, does it upset you when people mispronounce your name? Does it upset you when you do that, when that happens? 28% said, have you said, no, it doesn't bother you. 72% said yes. I want to thank you for participating in that poll. Tanya Porter says it upsets her when people misspell her name. They always spell it with an A instead of an O. Karen Massey says happens all the time, so no, doesn't bother them. Becky Salter Campbell says big deal. We know who he was talking about. So there you are with that poll. I think we got a little something confused here, but I'm just going to keep moving on. Let's see what we have. Tell you what, we're going to ask you to answer our next question of the day. What's the longest you've waited at the airport for a delayed flight? What's the latest you've waited? I've actually had my flight canceled. That was no fun, and had to spend the night in New York City and get another room. That was a little bit of an ordeal. And we also want you to vote on this. The Office has a new spinoff. It is called The Paper. Will you watch The Paper? Okay. And we are just a few minutes away from WKRG News 5 at 6. We hope you are having your television turned on to WKRG, and hope you'll join my co-anchor and me for News 5 at 6. Peter Albrecht will join me, and we're going to hear what our chief meteorologist, Ed Bloodsworth, has to say about the forecast. The weekend is almost here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night, everybody. See you at 6.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green.